party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. And Matt Best's wife, Noelle, is a smoking hot fox. If you haven't looked her up, go look her up. And I say that because I just ran into Matt Best right out here in the hallway, and it was fantastic. I mean, I'm trying to smile because I'm just pissed off that he didn't text me to tell me he was coming to the studio. That's okay. We'll see if we can get him on the show. Look at the okay, so first let me regather my thoughts. It's I'm lost on all of this crazy conversation we were doing before we got started here. The Puppet Master Mark, of course, is at the helm, driving the ship. The Puppet Master Mark Tate hanging out. Have you seen Noelle Best's Instagram?
No, I have not.
Okay, but don't do it. Don't do it. It will cause the Christian boy to fall and stumble. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Mark, and you're a good Christian boy. Let me tell you something. Look at me in the eye and tell me you won't look.
I won't look, Chad Prather, even though I can't see your eyes right now.
What a heathen over there. Look over here at the Party Foul Pub. I mean, we just got it crammed in here. Party Foul with his F the Left shirt on. You can get that at shop.blazemedia.com. Go to collections, Chad Prather, and look at that F the Left.
Look at these girls that
I was selling a T-shirt, Steve.
Oh, all right. Go buy a T-shirt. But look at these two girls.
I love the shirt personally. I think everyone should go to shop.blazemedia.com and get the F the Left shirt.
And you can also get the Sarah Gonzalez collection that's on there, the news and why it matters. You are good at repping those shirts, Sarah Gonzalez.
I try.
I saw you on Instagram recently wearing the Colonel, the Glenn Beck, looking like Colonel Sanders. And he does, doesn't he? He really kind of...
Was that a child's shirt you were wearing? Oh.
It was an extra small, and I fit in it perfectly, thank you.
What are you implying, Steve? Are you implying that her...
was... I'm just saying.
Yeah, we know what you're just saying. We also know what you're just implying.
Oh.
Yeah, hot news, Natalie. Thank God they don't have an HR around this place.
I just looked up Noelle Best, and I mean, I think I love her.
Yeah. Noelle.
Well, Sarah showed her to me, and we were both like, oh my gosh, I think we might go lesbian.
She's okay.
Pretty.
She's all right.
Pretty.
She's all right. But I mean, Matt Best is a fox too. I mean, that dude, if I had to go gay. Like if I got to step somewhere, you know, if I got to wake up one day with all my options open, Dan Lombardo, let me tell you something.
I'm just going to say I like cake. And leaving this like as neutral as I can.
Beef cake. Yeah. That's what you like.
The guy next to you is hot too. You can go gay.
We'll get to that in a minute. Let me tell you something. Dan Lombardo's sitting over here in the Party Foul Pub. Of course, we've had Dan on the show before. The chairman of the board there at 22 Kill, doing a great, fantastic things. How's everything at the organization?
It is going great. Going great. Good. Doing a lot of great things.
I pulled into the middle school football game. It was raining, and it was just coming in sideways. It was so cold.
It was.
And I saw the 22 Kill truck, and of course, somebody was like, well, do you know who drives that truck? And my wife, not somebody. My wife says, I had to think of who all was in the vehicle with us, and my wife's like, do you know who drives that truck? I was like, yeah, I do. So I rolled down the window, and I could see you going
calling
through
my
the
name,
storm.
and I said, I don't give a shit who that is.
Like,
it is cold. It's rainy. I just did like this.
I was like, hey, kiss my ass, Lombardo.
Yes, and I just kept walking, and then all of a sudden, I'm in the stands. I'm thinking, who could be really, I mean, I guess I'm the parent of the year, but who could be dumber than me to sit in a rainstorm and he comes walking in, of course, with his fluffy jacket on, your
it was
Elton John
cold.
jacket or whatever that you were wearing.
It was cold, man. It was cold.
It was cold.
Yeah, my stepson, he was a quarterback for the team there, so it was a fun little deal. Yeah,
it was a good game.
Having a good thing.
I loved how they rushed the clock in that game.
Every
time they called a timeout, they said, "No, this game is going."
Well, the referees, the official referees, didn't show up for that game.
Yeah, it was too cold for them.
So they had volunteer referees out there because it was brutal. I was like praying for lightning. Please God, let there be lightning so they can't play.
The funny thing, the guy next to me was yelling, "You suck at the calls," and all of a sudden he whispered, do you think your dad's going to get mad at me? It was his father-in-law out there that he was, so yeah.
Like they didn't have yellow flags to throw, so they're throwing trash bags?
Yeah, it was trash bags, so it was pretty hilarious, yes.
Yeah, welcome to Burleson, Texas.
Yes.
News Bears of football.
Yes. The kids had a blast, though, slipping and sliding and all that stuff around on that deal.
It was. I was ready to go, though.
It's good stuff. When you were a cheerleader with the Cowboys, Natalie, did you guys ever have, like, some inclement weather times where but now you were AT&T Stadium though, right?
No, I was Texas Stadium. I was right on the cusp.
Right.
And the Thanksgiving game, it snowed. Kelly Clarkson was entertainment, and you know the cheerleaders always perform with the halftime performer, and the snow was falling through, the hole onto the stage, and as soon as it hit the stage, it turned to ice, and all the cheerleaders were slipping. I actually was a rookie, so I was on the field, I was getting it, but all the veterans were falling on their butts, and Kelly was falling on her butt too. But it was
a lot of butt.
But I do have I had the widest hips on the squad.
I was talking about Kelly. You got a lot of butt too.
Kelly, yeah.
But are you like historically the widest?
I don't know if I'm historically the widest. I just know for that,
Steve would know.
Yeah.
She's the widest hips of all Cowboys cheerleaders.
I had a little waist.
Little waist.
I still have that, and I still have a big butt.
You still have you're still
what are those measurements, those hip measurements?
Oh, they're.
Have y'all seen the new redneck mom Barbie? This is legit. I added the redneck in there, but there's a new mom Barbie. She's all mommed out in her jeans, like big wide hips. Yeah,
like an SNL skit.
She come with a trailer house.
This is a legit Barbie. This is a legit Barbie doll in the thing, but they got her all mommed out.
Yeah.
It's travel Barbie is what it is, because she comes with a neck pillow and she's got all of her stuff and the little airplane and stuff, but she's all mommed out. She's got a fat ass in the jeans. Look, don't start making my Barbies realistic, okay? I need an 18-inch waist. I need 38 double Ds, and then a solid 34 hips. That's what I need.
I mean, Ken was gay anyway, so it's all free to us.
You know why?
Yeah.
That's Matt Bach, who's sitting over there off screen. He told me that's why Barbie never had a baby, because Ken always came in a smaller box.
That's right.
Hey! Hey, folks, the holiday shopping season is here, and this year your gift can start next year's good habit with Quip. Quip is something that's sure to put a smile on everyone's mouth, because it is dental care that they're actually going to want to use every day. That's why Quip is the perfect, thoughtful, and practical gift with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and toothpaste, all intentionally designed to make good habits simple. The Quip electric toothbrush has sensitive sonic vibrations and a timer with 30-second pulses to guide your routine. And the Quip floss dispenser has pre-marked strings, so you always use the right amount. Plus, Quip delivers brush heads, floss, and toothpaste refills every 3 months. Join over 3 million happy customers and check everyone off your gift list right now with Quip. Just go to getquip.com/Chad to save on gift sets and to get your first refill free with a refill plan. That's your first refill free at getquip, QUIP.com/Chad. Getquip.com/Chad. My buddy, my new friend, Adrian Lockett, sitting over here in the hot seat.
What's up, man?
Adrian, good to have you on the show.
Hey, good to be here, man.
It's good to see you off the screen. This is Hollywood personified right here, because he's been in everything. I mean, tons of movies and TV shows. Most recently in Tyler Perry's The Oval.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. You think they'll bring you back?
Well,
another season?
I don't know. They're gonna be doing something bad to me if I go back.
Yeah.
I can't give you guys a storyline because I'll probably get fired before I get hired again. But that's another story.
You've played some tough guys in some shows.
Yeah, man, they keep me playing tough guys.
I like it when you go in your IMDb and you look up Adrian Lockett and it says Thug number 2.
That's it. That's it.
That's some of the old stuff.
I said, no, that was actually Tyler Perry, believe it or not.
Was it?
I was like, what? Why can't I just get a name? Why can't I be like, Snooki or, Lil Skeet or something, like just Thug number 2,
Yeah, Lil Skeet.
Yeah.
Mine says Guy and Bar.
Yeah. Steve's got an IMDb credit. It says Guy and Bar.
Guy and Bar.
Yeah. Oh, well, look at the guy at the bar.
My movie actually had a name. I was Master Sergeant Mark Allen.
You were the star.
I was the star in that deal, and Steve was Guy in a bar. Because they were like, we need some people for the bar, and I was like, I know a guy. He drove me in here today.
He also likes bars.
That's what's up.
And he's already drunk.
And he's hammered, so he totally fits the
perfect.
deal.
Yeah.
Adrian, Where are you from originally?
I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
Country parts.
Little tiny town. Huh?
Little tiny town, man. You blink, you miss it.
When you told me the closest town was what, Tuscaloosa?
Tuscaloosa. I say Meridian from the Mississippi standpoint. So
Okay.
we're the most western, closest to Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my college roommates, he was from Toomsuba, Mississippi. So
Yeah,
once you go
that's
through,
right up the street.
right
Yeah.
up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
Because
like
I was
30
like,
minutes.
Toomsuba, what the heck is that?
Yeah, I
You
know. I still have trouble with that too, and so yeah. And I see it all the time. So
I used to go over to Mississippi, go right through there, go through Meridian, and then I'd go up to the what was it, the Golden Moon, the casino that was up there.
oh yeah, is it in Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philadelphia, Mississippi.
What is it called?
Is it Golden Moon?
No.
It's something. They had a Silver Star or something.
Silver Star. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to go up there and have a good old time.
Oh yes.
You
it's
wouldn't even know.
Some good stuff up
Let
there.
me tell you something. You go gambling in Mississippi, that's a different deal.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you stop in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and get on the riverboat and stuff like that. They're
Yeah.
like they got quarter craps.
There's some
You know what I
strange
mean?
stuff down there if you ain't used
Like
to
they
it.
got 50-cent hands,
Yeah.
stuff like that. They drinking that they drinking Ripple out of a paper bag. Yeah, man, press me.
Right.
When they give
Another
out
quarter.
Jello shots, you know
Yeah.
it's that kind of place.
Like it's like
Yeah.
I've lost all kinds of money in those places, but I've had a good time. And then they got Boys to Men coming Thursday night. You know, it's just it's a trip, dude.
Right.
I love it. But you wound up doing the Hollywood thing, and
Yeah.
how did that route take you? Because I don't think that people we have a lot of folks who take a lot of different routes into the world of entertainment,
Right.
and it's different for everybody. How'd you wind up doing what you're doing?
Well, first I came up with my own plan that I wanted to do because people will tell you goals that they set for themselves and want to live them through you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to do what you want to do, you know, because you'll commit to what you want to do. And as long as it's the passion like coming out of your heart, you'll be 110% committed, you know,
Right.
rather than coming from somebody else. So I laid out a plan that I wanted to do. So I didn't know how it was going to unfold, but I just knew that I had to put the hard work and determination with it. So I started out coming here to Texas every weekend to find my way. Started out doing fashion shows and photo shoots. I took the photos and I submitted them for background work in major movies. I only chose major movies because nobody's going to pay attention to me in a little movie or a smaller movie, you know. Nothing against the people that make little movies, but if you're trying to sell yourself, you want to sell it on the highest platform.
Sure.
So I learned from those guys, The Rock from Fast and Furious 7 and Empire, Taraji and Terrence. So, and one day, man, I said, I learned everything that I could learn, possibly being in the background that goes along with set etiquette and everything. And after that, I said, I want to be in front of the camera now. And I was still working a full-time job. So I knew that the closest that I could get to being in front of the camera was being a featured extra. Mm-hmm. I took on a featured extra role in Man Down with Shia LaBeouf.
Mm-hmm.
The military teaches you to pay attention to detail. So those guys rehearsed 4 times before they actually shot the shot. So I counted the Mississippis in between how long it took for him to say his next word. Those Tory Kittles, Jai Courtney, however you say his name, and Shia LaBeouf on one side. And it took him 4 Mississippis before he said his next word. And I was like, oh, I got your ass. I'm coming through, you know? And my heart was beating like 1,000,000 miles a minute, man. And I know that if I speak out of turn, I could be put off set. So that's one thing. I could be blacklisted. That's 2. And the third thing is I knew from doing the homework on being an actor that if an actor is never supposed to break his character unless the director yells cut. Mm-hmm. So those were my tools in my tool bag. And he went through his speech, and as soon as he went to his Mississippi where he paused at, I blurted out a line. He looked at me like, you know damn well you weren't supposed to say that. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking like, oh, yes, I was, you know. So then after the scene was over with, the director didn't yell cut. Everybody laughed after I said it. Shia LaBeouf came to me. I was like, I'm finna have to beat his ass. Yeah, because Shia LaBeouf is a walking load, man.
He
you know?
could have used a little ass beating, probably.
Yeah, I agree, but, you know, that's another story. So Shia LaBeouf come up to me, and he's like, whatever you say it again, because you've been in the military, you know what it's like. I want to make this as real as possible, so whatever you say it again, and if anybody say anything to you, you come and get me. And I was like, stamped and approved. Then I just kind of got comfortable then. So that was my first speaking role into Hollywood right there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And say what you want about Shia LaBeouf. I mean, that's a great actor.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
Good at what he does.
Yeah. He was so in the zone on set that he's one of those method actors where he stays in character the whole time. So you don't really want to go and mess with him. We was holding up our ID cards as soldiers in a platoon in basic training, and after the cut, we go on, and Shia LaBeouf's still standing there, and I'm like, you can stop now. But he stayed through it.
You're still with it.
Yeah.
That's how I do it too. When I'm doing my stuff, when I'm doing my feature stuff.
Yeah.
I usually stay in character. Now I will make a couple of points there. First of all, you mentioned something that we always threaten Party Foul Steve with here, because whenever we're on set and we've shot other TV shows and Steve's there, and he's on there and he'll like move his seat back and you can hear it scrape on the floor, and I'm like, do you realize how fast you get kicked off a Hollywood set? They never let you be getting cussed and blasted.
Right.
And we're so patient with you.
Hey man, I'm stuck on Steve's shirt. So you F the left.
Yeah, I mean,
my left.
Forgive the
or
left.
your left.
He don't know. Steve's one
Whichever
of those,
one get me in first.
Steve's one of those got to hold his fingers up, and one that looks like an L is his left. I know people to this day who are 60 years old. I mean, you're talking about full grown ass adults that if you say, "Hey, need you to take a left," they hold their hands up. To see which, that's the L, so I got to go that way. What? They live in Alabama too.
Oh shit!
It's true. That's true. Actually, no, it wasn't him. I'm just telling you, they do live in Alabama. That's a fact. We had
everybody ain't smart coming out of Alabama. Even that's my state, but Jesus Christ, we got some.
No, I've often joked that the whole state needs to be wrapped in a prophylactic sometimes. I mean, it's crazy. And look, I got I told you my history with Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another home for me. So I have
every right to talk
the
on
right to make fun of it if I want to.
Yeah.
Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, just stepped in. It's good to have you back on set, girl. She was out doing real work. Everybody knows that Candace is out doing the real work. F the left just means forgive the left. I mean, we're talking about but just forgive them.
Okay.
People crazy. Isn't that right, Sarah?
Totally.
Why is it when I say people crazy, my eyes just go straight to Sarah?
I would like to know the answer to that question too,
I want to
Chad
know
Prather.
when you and your husband Steven, like Steven's a quiet guy.
Yes.
Right? You get him going, he'll talk.
Yes.
And I love Steven. But like, if you ever just laid into his ass, like all of a sudden even the Spanish you don't know starts coming out of you, you're like,
it's a good thing that he is not here right now, because he would have some stories for you.
Yeah.
But yes.
But like, he never does anything wrong. Or do you just get mad and take it out on him?
No, there are every once in a while he does something wrong, or maybe I'm just having a bad day and I apologize later.
Yeah.
Okay, I always apologize later.
Well, speaking of warriors and fighters, Adrian was in the military. Now, he referred to that. You were stationed where?
At Fort Bliss, Texas.
Okay, down in El Paso.
El Paso.
And when you talked about coming here, so I mean, this, there for a while, this was kind of mini Hollywood.
Yeah.
Dallas and Fort Worth, right here where we're sitting. I mean, people don't realize this studio. I mean, RoboCop and Barney. Yeah. You want to talk about two spectrums? Both filmed right here.
I just met Barney, man.
Did you?
Yeah. He was at
the Purple Dinosaur.
Yeah, the actual guy.
Yeah.
He was at a Texas SportsCon event just like 2 days ago.
That's funny. In character, out.
He was out of character.
Yeah. That tree that's out there in the studio that you walk past, the tree that's in the other room, that's the Barney tree.
Okay,
or the happy
okay.
tree, love tree. I don't know. I never watched Barney. I got 5 kids. I didn't pay attention to what they were watching on TV.
I called my daughter on the phone, man, and she said, "Hey, that's Barney." And then I said, "Y'all still watch Barney?" She said, "No, we don't watch Barney anymore. We grew out of it."
Exactly. I walked into my house, and I had 3 daughters, and when they were little, before my son was born, I came in, I was like, what is this crap on TV? And it was the Wiggles.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, we ain't having no Wiggles in his house. Yeah, a few months later, I was over here at Verizon Theater Watching them live.
Wow.
We had them all. We were out there hanging with the Wiggles.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yummy, yummy.
But
Oh
do
my
you
God,
enjoy
Steve.
doing what you're doing?
He
I
needs
love
the
it.
Song.
I left for a full-time job. I was making about $79,000 a year, and it was $6,000 a month. And I went from doing that to making no money.
Yeah.
Because I had it in my heart that I wanted to do that, and it's just something about, man, when I get a plan, it ain't no plan B or plan C. It's this plan A is gonna work because I have the power to make it work.
Well, you said something a little while ago talking about when it's your vision.
Yeah.
And you've told me some other things too earlier about things that you have a desire to see happen. When it's yours, it's 110%. Because I've always said, and I want your feedback on this. I've always said when you get a vision, that it turns you into a hustler, right? You hustle,
Of course.
and so vision creates passion,
Right.
right? And passion will lead you to discipline.
Right.
You'll change those things in your life.
I agree.
Because when you go from making $80,000 a year to nothing, you got to start disciplining
You got to
yourself
change it up. Yeah.
to live. And then that discipline will lead you to risk.
Exactly.
Because if you never risk, you're never going to get.
You're never gonna get.
the vision if you don't pull the trigger.
Yeah. And it's about taking that risk, man.
Yeah. TAC Pack is the premier monthly subscription box for military, tactical, and Second Amendment enthusiasts. Yep, people just like you. So for just $49.95 a month, they're going to ship you at least $100 worth of gear that you'll get. You're going to get AR-15 parts, EDC tools, knives, cleaning kits. You're going to get a whole mix of other tactical gear and apparel direct to you. And now it's time for them to reveal their next pack. So listen up. The January pack is kicking off the new year strong with a great EDC AR parts mix pack. We are teaming up with Hogue Inc. for some awesome upgrades for your kit, and we also have some tactical office supplies in this one. Yes, you heard me absolutely correct. Stay tuned. The February pack as well, featuring an AR part with a value of $200 that's currently being CNC machined in Texas. I want you to go to tacpack.com, and when you use promo code CHAD at checkout, they're going to ship you a free mystery bag of tactical goodies. They're going to be shipped out around the same time as your first TAC Pack. And if you're upset that you missed December's TAC Pack, guess what? Just email the team, info@tacpack.com, after you sign up to see if they have any left. So, hey, you got nothing to lose. If you're into tactical gear, you get it from the best companies for half the price. TAC Pack is the place to go for you. Go to tacpack.com. That's TAC pack.com. Tacpack.com, and use offer code CHAD.
I will piggyback off of what you said, and I got this from Denzel, and Denzel got it from somebody else.
But we dropping names.
Yeah, so
Denzel. I like Denzel.
It's
Come on.
True desire in your heart to do anything good is God's proof sent to you beforehand that it's already done. So I always tell people to follow their passion too, because your passion is connected to your purpose. So that means if it's in your heart to do it and you're going to do it 110%, then it must be your purpose in life, because it starts right there. And then what you do with your purpose, with your passion, what you do with it, the results of it is your gift back to God, because he gave it to you. You go do something with it because he gave it to you. When you bring it to fruition, you're giving it back to him. Yeah. So I think it's very important, even if Steve, if he don't like go over there behind the counter, man, and his passion is over there, running the camera somewhere, man, then I suggest the transition be made, because you're going to have a hell of a picture after you get finished with it.
Yeah. Well, Steve can't be behind the camera. He's got to be in front of it.
No, I got to be in front of it.
Oh, you're the porn star.
We don't trust Steve with
right
He's
there.
the porn star.
Listen, yeah.
Don't let me touch anything.
No, we don't know.
I got another partner named Steve. I think this is a Steve thing.
It's a Steve thing.
I always tell people, Steve, my best friend Steve, if you give Steve a glass of water, he's going to break the glass or waste the water. One of the two, guaranteed. He's that bad.
They're twins.
See, that's why we call him Party Foul Steve.
Party Foul. I'm adding that to his name.
That's
Party
it. Party Foul.
Because there's going to be two of them.
We've created Party Foul Nation around it. It's Party Foul. People say, why do you call him Party Foul? I'm like, just wait around.
Just wait.
Stand by.
Hang around and you will see, right?
Yeah.
Say what you said from Denzel again. Let people hear it.
True desire in your heart to do anything good is God's proof sent to you beforehand that it's already done.
Yeah. See, and I've always said, like, one of my daughters, her middle name is Grace. And people think of grace as being like that unmerited favor. That's not what grace is at all. Grace is power to do what you were created to do.
Right.
So if God gives you the grace to do something, he's giving you the power to do what you were created to do. That's why I've always said that your deepest heart's desires and God's will for your life typically are synonymous.
Right.
That's why my sex life is so good, because it's just my deep, deep heart desire. Just so good. Why are you looking at me like that, hot news?
4 inches of fury.
4 inches of kill it.
The best 4 inches of life.
My favorite 4 inches. I love it. I love it, man. You got Jessica Yaniv trying to go in there and get her gynecology exam the other day. Like, go to the veterinarian. I mean, you ain't got that equipment. I put that little video, I went back there with the skill saw back there in the shop, and I took that little piece of wood, and I said, here, Jessica, let me fix your problem. Because, Jessica Yaniv, for those of you who don't know, is transgender, is a dude. Couldn't get his balls waxed, and then couldn't get the gynecologist. I mean, look, I appreciate you pursuing your vision and passion, Jessica, but you just don't have the equipment. So I recommend you take the risk. And I took that little skill saw, and I just buzzed right through that little piece of wood right there. And I said, here you go. See, I solved your problem. But see, not ready to take the risk. I was going somewhere with that, and I don't know now what it was. But anyway.
All right.
There was a thing in there. There was something. I don't know.
4 inches
Made
of
a
fury.
video.
4 inches
Jessica.
of fury. Made a video. Anyway, doesn't
Did
matter.
people like the video?
Let's visit with our guest.
Is there any role that you wouldn't play?
Yeah, I'm not going into the gay roles.
Yeah, you're not gonna kiss no men.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. That's
Let's see. That's about it.
now. What if it had just a really good amount? They're like, hey,
What's the
I mean,
amount?
everything's got a price, right? But
No price.
no price. Okay.
I'd do a gay role to make out with Matt Best.
Me too.
Yeah, but see, that'd be like whatever.
Gosh.
Nah.
You'd be like, I'd be a man if I could make out with him. That's funny.
That'll be your stunt double if you want to do the gay role thing.
Oh yeah. So if Chad gonna jump in, then I'll
Yeah.
jump out.
Nah, I don't
There you
need
go.
no Jussie Smollett. I don't
No
need to
Brokeback
go.
Mountain for Adrian.
No,
No. Okay.
not at all.
Anything else?
I think it's gonna be it. Yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
about
we
it.
don't want to limit our role opportunities too much.
Yeah.
Now you said something to me about doing some stuff here once upon, and like that matches up with that aligns with a lot of stuff that I have a desire to see happen.
I want to see Texas grow, man. Texas is a beautiful state. It's giving me opportunity, and I feel like everything that I witnessed in the film world, I come right back in. I see it too.
Yeah.
So my goal is to make myself a more prominent actor, branch out into the world. When people follow Adrian Lockett, they see Texas. I come right back to Texas, create in Texas to push back out of Texas so that people will pay attention to Texas.
Yeah. And the film commission here in Texas, in terms of the tax breaks and what they give back, is pretty lucrative. This was a little Hollywood for a while, like we alluded to. And my thing has always been, I go out to Hollywood, and Hollywood's become such a bubble. And if you're conservative at all, like if you're grandfathered in, and I know a lot of conservatives in Hollywood, if you're grandfathered in, then you're there, right? As long as you just status quo. They just don't want any new ones coming in there.
Yeah.
So my guys will bring me out there to pitch ideas and stuff, and they're like, no.
Yeah. But see, and that's what I say, man. Like, if you look around the room, man, it's creative people right here in the presence. So you tell me that we can't sit at a table and formulate something that the world would want to see.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you don't need the permission of everybody in Hollywood. Tyler Perry, he's a rolling bowling ball of that, 333 acres. Paramount, Warner Brothers, all of them combined, their studios is not as big as his, and
that's a guy that lived in his car.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, you look around the room, Steve already a story by himself,
right?
He's trying to F the left. I don't know which one the left is, but
we
Steve Gump.
Look, do you notice his hat?
I don't
Do you
care.
notice his hat?
Yeah, I thought it was Houston at first, and then I'm like,
it PF, party foul.
Yeah.
See, it's up there.
Nobody notices.
Nobody notices. It says PF right there on his hat. Party foul. We can come up with all kind of PF things right there. Natalie, what would you not do in a movie for a role?
Ooh.
What would you not do?
Me.
I've done a horror movie. What do you say?
How much are we paying?
Me.
Oh my God.
Why?
I was just
Oh,
kidding.
she'd do it.
Listen.
She don't even need a movie
would.
role. Adrian.
Yeah. I
Camera
would.
rolling?
Listen,
rolling.
Yeah.
We rolling.
Somebody bring the car around.
Give me that casting couch.
She said, who's coming on the show? And I said, Adrian Lockett. And she's like, okay. So she jumps on there and she goes, oh, he's hot.
Thanks.
We don't have ugly people on this show.
No.
Well, I'm talking about. Well, Lombardo, but whatever.
I figured it was going to end up on me.
Yeah.
Now,
Dan's handsome. Look at him.
Everybody's
Look at him.
he good looking.
Dan's my
so
buddy,
you're
man.
glad
Dan-
now,
hey,
Steve, that it's passed. That's where the
Dan-
left thing came in, just skipped over Sarah.
Dan's gonna get the women by default.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
just
he
what
hanging
you
with the
just
other
stuff you
guys.
shed. Yeah, it's like the
He's hanging
wing.
with
It's
us,
like the
yeah.
feathers that get shed off the tips of the wings. You know, pussy just falls on you.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. There it is. See, they kept telling me we can't find enough words to bleep out. I gave you one. Pussy. Pussy. You know that thing that Jessica Yaniv is missing?
Wow.
Shit. They ain't got no vagina. Wax my balls.
So really, he, she, shim, whatever. I'm going
It's a
to offend
dude.
one person.
It's a dude with a wig.
He just wants to force people to touch his junk.
Touch his balls, yeah.
Because you got the waxing and then you got the gynecologist. Like, why are you trying to force people to
Well, I
touch
love
junk?
how he did the videos like, oh my God, okay, man, I got my period today, so I couldn't get in the pool. And I'm like, what are you bleeding out of?
Yes.
You can't get. I mean, if you bleeding out your ass, you got a problem. You got a way bigger problem
He's
than
got a
needing
tampon
a pat.
up there.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say a little while
Oh
ago.
my God.
That reminded
Something
me.
was going to get it out.
It's stupid people. I did the video of cutting the swing swang off with the power saw, and then somebody commented on the thing. Of course, somebody's always just got to be contrary. Love you, Chad,
All the
but
time. All
you
the
can
time.
do a pap smear on a man, but it goes in through their anus. It's an anal pap smear.
Don't you get tired of
And
those
they
people,
say-
man?
And I'm like, look, that ain't what Lady Jessica was going in for.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yeah, they can swab your rectum. Whoopee-doo. Dan, you want your rectum swabbed?
I'm really going over the choices I make in life. Like, come here. This is really one of those days where you go. And I brought Adrian here. I'm like, yeah, this is a good decision. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
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 God bless America.
Right.
People are crazy, man. But don't you get tired? You get tired of it?
Man, it's like you put it out to mean one thing, not saying that you're directing it towards anybody.
Right.
And they just always make it about them.
They do. Because everybody's a narcissist. Everybody is all, and social media has created that. We're all about that. And the thing I said is social media gives everybody a voice, whether they deserve to have one or not.
True story.
Right? And social media has so outpaced a lot of stuff, like, for instance, your industry of doing television and movies and stuff.
Yep.
Now you have streaming services. There's so many networks that are out there now.
Yep.
So many OTT networks, whether it's a Netflix or Amazon. Facebook has their own network now.
Pornhub.
It's crazy. Pornhub, the #1 visited site in the world, 90 million visitors a day.
Like Steve, I
At
see the
Party
guilty
Foul
look.
Steve, Pornhub.com.
Yeah. They need a party foul category on there.
Right.
They have one.
Is that the porn bloopers? Like, oops, he farted.
Yep.
I really like what you said.
Right
I
in
think
my face.
that would be a great response for just you guys and everybody. We all kind of deal with this now. You guys at a bigger rate, but just the response to be why are you making what I said about you?
Exactly. And
If you're offended, that's on you.
right.
Like,
And
why are you
always
making
say the
what I
guilty
said
speak,
about you?
Yeah.
That's great. Write that down.
That's true. Well, and offendedness, being offended is not currency. You can't
No.
spend that. I
Right.
mean, people are collecting it like they could,
a waste of your
do
time.
something with
Exactly.
it. Like, I owe you something now because you just came and spent your offendedness with me. I don't. I got nothing to barter with here.
Right.
And so that's a crazy deal.
Yeah,
Can I
man.
bring up something that just happened to me yesterday or
Were
the
you
other day
offended?
that makes me think of that? My mom is going on a mission
Going on a
trip
mission
to
trip.
Romania,
Yep.
right? And I was trying to help raise money for this mission trip, and people are like, "Oh, she's going to Romania. Why can't she just help people here in America?"
Yeah.
I'm like, can we not just maybe just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you respond,
some are always said.
they want to label you a dick, you know? As soon as you respond. You
Yo,
know?
mama's a dick.
Like, okay,
missionary.
look, it's like, okay, well, everybody else was cool, and then you stepped out of line.
Yes.
So I'm going to address you since you want to step out of line. But then, oh, he's a dick because he...
Yes, because
How dare
when
you
you
address
are
me?
when you're a public figure, somehow
Yeah.
you're supposed to just sit there and take it and not say
exactly.
anything back. I threw that out the window a long time ago.
Well, typically, and I'll let it go and let it go and let it go until somebody just really pushes me, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to ruin your day.
Exactly.
Because now I'm going to comment.
Exactly.
And it's going to come to the top, and now 1,000 people are going to comment on your deal, and your notifications are going to be going off all day long.
Right.
Because y'all don't realize what happens when I got 4 million followers on social media and I comment and that thing comes to the top. Oh, you in for it? And all I got to do is say, God bless you, thanks for tuning in, and it's like, oh, everybody's gonna read that comment. But no, you're exactly right. And my response to that, because I do Compassion International, we support kids all around the world, and people say, well, we got problems with kids here in America. I'm like, the light that shines the farthest away shines the brightest at home. So listen, if you got a bright light at home, it's going to by nature shine far away too. So that's okay to do that.
Well, we also don't even realize how privileged we are that the poor here in America are not
Fat
the poor,
kids.
right? Like, there are not the poor in Romania who don't have running water and electricity, and they don't even realize it.
And children in America aren't starving to death.
Right? Yeah, we're
That's
all
a whole
obese.
different deal. Yeah, that and there'll be somebody who wants to some of them will say, oh, that's like the person that was talking about Jessica Yaniv's anal pap smear, who said men also get breast cancer. Now it's less than 1%, but and I'm like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Just shut up. I don't feel for no lumps and no man titties.
We do have a shirt that says that at shop.blazemedia.com.
What's it say?
Just shut up.
Just shut up. That's true. There is.
Wow, she does know those shirts pretty good, don't
Yeah,
she?
she does. And you can go in there. There's all the
salesperson at heart.
collections. There's all collections. It's you got one, I've got one. We need a Party Foul Steve.
There's a Party Foul Steve line of shirts coming to the Blaze.
Is there? Have you talked to somebody?
Nope.
You know who's
Talking to him right now.
He's saying it. He's announcing
you know
it
who
right
you
now.
can't get? Graham Allen.
I want to
Can't
go
get
see.
Graham Allen?
I want to go see. I can't say it.
Come on.
Well, she
Say
going to
it.
believe. I want to go see what Steve is, man. Like I want to. No,
Adrian?
I want to make the same bad mistakes just to see what it is.
Listen,
in
we're
Party
going-
Foul
we're
Steve.
going-
You are welcome to come hang out with
at
us.
the bar. At the bar.
Yeah.
We're
Just
going
watch
to
him
dinner
first.
tonight.
Stand
It
back
can
and
start
watch him
there.
first.
You just go to dinner with us tonight, and it can all start
Adrian
there.
Lockett, you hang around, come on to dinner with us. I'm telling you, I'll buy. You come hang out, and I promise you,
Party Foul Steve gonna take off.
yeah, you'll never. You just got to sit back and listen to him. It took everything. Candace, she's gone now, but Candace said something the other day, and it's just iconic. In the middle of this expose series we were doing on a serious subject, and Candace says to Steve, she says, "I hate to admit it, but Steve just made a good point."
Wow.
I didn't even go back to see what the good point was.
No, I know.
was just like,
She
I'll
just
take
took it and ran with it.
Take it.
You know, almost every single day we hear stories of terrifying assaults on free speech in America. These people are so unglued and unhinged. They accuse conservatives, Christians, those of the Jewish faith of being Nazis simply because they disagree with leftist doctrine. And instead of having an engaging exchange of ideas, they want to silence anyone they disagree with through obstruction, threats, and sometimes even violence. Even their own campus newspapers. Now, in No Safe Spaces, radio talk show host Dennis Prager and podcast king Adam Carolla exposed the attack on free speech and free thought. It began in the universities, and now it is infecting our workplace environment, social media. And listen, if it's left unchecked, it's going to even be in your home soon. So, listen, you never know what's coming next. The film also features Ben Shapiro, Ann Coulter, Jordan Peterson, and others as they fight back against the assault on our freedoms. No Safe Spaces opens on hundreds of screens across America this weekend. I'm going to go see it. I want you to do it as well. This is a chance for you to let your voice be heard on freedom of speech. Go to nosafespaces.com, click the theater button, and find a theater near you. The Founding Fathers put freedom of speech first for a reason, and without it, none of our other rights are possible. nosafespaces.com. That's right. Go to nosafespaces.com. See you at the theaters this weekend. So how far out in advance do you know whenever you got a project coming? Like, I mean, is it something you can count on, bank on? Like, or is it just like, man, I hope the phone rings today?
It's exactly like that. Like some projects, like the Uncle Luke thing. So I was supposed to be playing. I will play Uncle Luke in a 2 Live Crew biopic.
Okay.
So, I was chosen by Luke, handpicked. Obviously, Lionsgate or somebody picked who they wanted to play Luke, and Luke wasn't having it, and he wanted me to play him. So
Right.
I don't know what's going on with that. That's far out. I know about it now. Some auditions that I've already done, I could get called for tomorrow or today and have to be in LA tomorrow or Atlanta tomorrow or Louisiana tomorrow. And it's just all about just making it happen, man.
Yeah.
Excuses ain't tolerated because that's not going to build your brand. It's going to diminish it, you know? So it's more like, what's the end result? How can I make this happen instead of the obstacles that stand in the way? But to answer your question, it could be in a minute, you know, a moment's notice to get a call to be somewhere tomorrow or...
Is that stressful, frustrating, or exciting to you?
All of them.
Yeah.
One is it's exciting because I know I'm going to get the job done. I know I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because now I got to align all of this and align all of that and figure this out and figure that out, you know. So
I think that's the attitude you got to have.
Oh, yeah, man.
Because it's not one of those pessimistic or optimistic. It's just realistic.
Realistic.
Like, this is where I live.
Yeah, for real.
The life I've chosen.
Yeah.
Because I can see that. I mean, you know, anybody that's in the entertainment business, there is that element of stress at all times.
All the time, yeah.
I had somebody that said to me the other day, I was at the gun range over at Texas Gun Experience, and somebody walked up to me, I won't say his name, Jared Stanier, who said, man, you just get to go have fun for a living. I was like,
yeah,
Jared,
I get that a lot too.
You should come with me.
Right. I say that so much, man. Like, people always comment or inbox me or when I see them, man, you living the life.
Yeah.
Well, that party that I attended had people in there that was connected to my next move. So the networking was the key point of that party, you know, even though the drinks are good.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Look, you can make fun out of it, just like anybody that's working in a cubicle. I'm sure when you come back from your lunch break, you probably check your email and your Facebook. You find ways to entertain yourself in the midst of work.
Yeah.
We do that as well in the things we do. But there's a reason why on a physical level, people digging ditches, they're not making millions of dollars, right? But when you get into certain aspects of skill and being able to do things, there's a reason why people make certain things that they do financially for certain things they do. When people look at it and say, oh, you're just having fun for a living.
Yep.
Well, if you throw Shia LaBeouf on and say, you read these lines, and then you throw Joe Schmo out there that thinks anybody can do this job, put Party Favors Steve out there and say, read these lines. Because we've had teleprompter stuff where they've asked Steve to read my lines on stuff. And it's just different. Yeah. Not that he can't do it. It's just different, right? Because
it was funny.
It made for funny stuff because it was entertaining because people don't realize there's just a different element and a skill set that's involved to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't do what Steve does.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know.
It ain't that hard.
Sexy Jesus. I can't grow hair. I can't grow hair like Steve. I can't sexy Jesus.
Get me to take my hat off, right?
You want to, but now that you got that new hat, you know what happened to his Houston hat?
What happened?
He cried. We were in Ireland recently, and he walked across a canyon on this bridge, and the wind blew it off. And it went down in the river, like 100 feet down. He never could get it back.
You didn't dive after it, Steve?
It's in the Sea of Ireland somewhere, floating.
Scotland, in the Scotland Sea.
Wow.
Like the game.
Wow.
Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Yeah, he got video of it too, and he was like,
"Oh,
he cried and everything." Took his hat.
I don't know if I really cried.
You cried, but you didn't have another hat to put on for the rest of the time, did you?
Nope.
You should have got you one of them little flat caps like they wear over there and worn that.
Like the one you wore the other night?
Heck yeah, dude. I love those.
Nobody
things.
even recognized you in it.
That's exactly right. If I wear this out, I look good in those hats, though, don't I, Natalie?
A flat?
Yeah, the one I was wearing the other night.
Like a
the one
teenager?
I was wearing to the one I was wearing to the
I saw a picture
to the comedy
on
show
your Instagram. I liked it.
Natalie, you were there.
I I do know what you're talking about. I thought you were all talking about the baseball hats with the flat bill.
I hate her.
You sound like Will Ferrell then, man. It's like, you were there.
I know.
You know, on Talladega Nights.
Yeah, no, you looked
Why
dapper.
would I want to come to your guy's wedding?
You looked dapper. You were. It was a different look for you. You did a whole set up there on the stage with it.
Yeah,
You look
A good hair thing going on right now too, though.
yeah. People were like, yeah, see, I got the short haircut going on right now. Hey, what's up?
It looks good.
I just get them to glue it on different spots and move it a little bit. There it is. No, and that was anyway. So
y'all were talking about people saying, "Oh, you're just kind of living the life," but I think in this industry, this is actually one where you don't stop working.
Yeah, that's true.
You're always on because you
Always.
never know who you're around. So there's never a time when you can, unless you're in, even in your bedroom, you can probably chill. But if you're out in public, you're always on no matter what, and that's there. You've got to be on it.
I always tell people too, like if you want to do the same thing, follow your passion, because you could be in the same spot with me. You know,
right.
Same deal.
and and then to add to what you were saying about the experience that comes with somebody that does the job and somebody that doesn't. Well, Shia LaBeouf could come in and read a teleprompter, and it'll take him 10 minutes, depending on the content, for you guys to record it or whatever. And then you take Steve, and I don't know how long it'll take, but what I'm trying to say is he'll get paid X amount of dollars to read that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're not paying him for the time that it took him. You're paying for the experience
Exactly.
behind it. So
Exactly.
that's the difference.
And we always tell people, because I travel to all these cities around America, and I get on stage and entertain people, and I'm like, look, you didn't pay me for that hour and a half I was on stage.
Yeah, you paid me for all the work.
It's I got to get there.
Yeah.
I've got to be away from home. I've got to travel. I've got to stay. I got to do all this stuff. And people are like, oh, that's easy. Well, you go do 250,000 miles a year with American Airlines and get back to me.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then
how easy that is.
All the years of experience it took you to get to that point to where they want to see you.
That's
you
what
know?
I'm talking
That's
about.
what they pay
This
for.
turned into a sales pitch about me.
Yeah.
People
all I
don't
care
want
about.
to put in the work that they realize how much work it is, and then there's a lot of excuses out there, and excuses are only good for the person giving them.
Yeah.
That's it, because your excuse is nothing more than you just giving a reason why you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
I agree.
Yeah.
No
People like
excuses.
to talk themselves out of. They say it's their passion. If it's your passion, nothing will hold you back.
That's right.
Exactly. Money.
Nothing.
Yeah.
If it's your vision and passion, like right now, you want to talk about discipline. This man right here, his phone's buzzed a couple times, and he's just ignored it. And I'm like, that could be the call. That could be Denzel.
We could all go to the Oscars with
is
him.
on the line.
Well, when you obligate yourself to something, you want to make sure that I give my due diligence to you guys,
Yeah.
Because,
No, you good, man.
You know.
We hanging out. We'll sit here and listen to you take the call from Denzel. Put Denzel on speakerphone. Chad Prather Show. We'll put him on the Chad Prather. Trust me, it'll be like episode 178 of the Chad Prather Show 2019 with special guest Denzel Washington.
Phoned in.
Who's that guy sitting in the seat over there? That's just Adrian Lockett.
Right.
But he ain't the main guest.
Right.
We got the equalizer on here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh God, that's funny. Seriously, answer that phone. No, people will talk themselves out of it, and I can remember when Ray Romano went up to accept I think it was the Golden Globe or whatever, the first season Everybody Loves Raymond was on.
Yeah.
And I remember in his acceptance speech, he made the comment. He said, "Oh, you got us all back there. We're way in the back, behind a pole. All of our cast. We're in the very back of the room." He said, "But next year, and from every year forward, we're going to be sitting up here up front." And I took that, here was a nobody, nothing sitcom show that they threw on there that became one of the most successful sitcoms of all time.
Yeah.
You look at that, and that just little bit kind of shows you the vision of what, hey, we can make into something.
Man, like I said, right here in this room, man, you could take something and turn it into something amazing, and then you'll be like, man, I remember we was on the show. We thought about it, and here we are.
We put our heads together. It sounded like a bowling alley, but it looked beautiful when it came out.
Together over here. It could be beautiful.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
But
look at Steve. Look at all the hair. Never mind. Dan, stay out of that picture.
I remember
I don't have much
TD
hair.
Jake saying, man, TD Jake said, it was crazy. It was crazy for a man to think that a piece of metal could fly over the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean. But now it's a plane flying every day. Yeah. And it all started because somebody thought it first, So,
exactly
but the
right.
thought, his thought would have been nothing without the action behind it. So if somebody can build a heavy ass plane to go across a whole body of water. Just think about, what you could do. The mountain is powerful. That's basically what it's trying to say.
I invented the digital camera, but I never did anything with it. Like, I had the idea. Like, you should be able to see the picture you just took, and then if you don't like it, you can delete it.
Don't you just
have
hate
to go
that?
do it.
I don't think that's called inventing it.
I invented it. I invented it. I can. Look, we can identify
Somebody
however we
stole
want to
your
identify these days. Just somebody with the means.
To give Adrian props, his friends on Facebook, since we've been friends, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
They miss the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. They just see his Facebook where he's taking pictures with people, but he doesn't realize there's a time frame he has to be there.
Yeah.
That there's certain things he has to do, and then he has to go from there to another place and to another place. But in social media, when you just look at it, think, wow, look at all the great places you've been. But every one of those places, it was planned out. It was part of his goal, part of his mission.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's everything you do. I mean, like you were talking about the Romania thing. I mean, we get people. I mean, 22 Kill. I remember the very first year I was excited that we had hit $100,000, and then now it's $3 million, right? But it wasn't. It just didn't fall in our laps. Anything that you do that you're passionate about, I'm passionate about. Just the empowering veterans and first responders is you can say no to me, but I'm going to get a yes.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing because that's what I'm passionate about. And there's no doubt that's what you're passionate about because he's always on the move, always doing something. Yeah. And it's also on his deal, it's getting his name out.
Right.
That's a big thing. So
hey, no doesn't mean never. It just means not now. That was one of the things that I stick in my bio that I work with and I live with. And speaking of which, this is going to be a little bit different for the show, I'm sure, but we're going to give 22 Kills some love. We're going to do the 22 push-ups or
he loves doing his push-ups.
You gonna do
cracks them out.
You
know what?
We all going to do push-ups.
I have a ring. I did mine.
Since Chad's not wearing his ring today.
For the TV.
Since you're not wearing your ring today, you owe me 22 anyway.
All right. Oh, gotcha.
They busted.
Can you handle it, Chad?
I did it on purpose.
Why don't you two do it right now?
I did it on purpose.
Well, you got to join us.
Who's gonna do it? Can you? Let's see the wide shot.
Do girl push-ups.
Mark, let's see the big wide studio shot.
Okay,
there
I'll
it
do
is.
it.
We can do it. Come on, let's go.
Okay,
let's do it. Let me take my ear out. Here we go. Steve has a broken back.
I'm the photographer.
So,
I'm wearing a dress.
So Steve can count it out since this is audio. This is an audio podcast. You ready? Here we go.
Okay, so we don't mess it.
Push up position, now move.
All the way down to your chest first. When I call up, we go up and start counting. Ready? All the way down to your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
There it is.
Natalie's on 17.
There it is. Look at hot news.
How was that, Chad?
Fantastic.
We need a little workout every now and then.
Every now and then.
It's good.
22 Kill. You can find them. The 22 Kill Foundation. Make sure you are supporting them. 22kill.org.
22kill.com.
That's right. Y'all are the one that always throws me off.
We did it way early. We still are a charity, but we kept the .com.
Yeah, the .com, which I think is smart, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie, you mad at me?
A little bit. Okay. I know a way you can make it up to me.
Mercy. Well, you can take the girl out of the trailer, but
I owe you a drink.
All right.
Okay, she's back.
There you go. Instagram, I just followed you earlier today. Adrian Lockett Official.
Yeah.
That's Instagram. And where else can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Adrian_Lockett. Snapchat, which I think that's a younger person thing. But,
I think it is.
What are you trying to say?
That's a
I mean, I'm checking it out. You know what I'm talking about.
I use it, but
What is Snapchat?
it's like my last thing. It's like the last thing I'll post to. I'll be like, shit, I forgot to post
Yeah, I never
Snapchat.
understood
And I'll just throw
exactly.
something up there, you know. But it's Adrian_Lockett. And Facebook is Adrian Lockett. So, yeah.
Check him out on IMDb.
Adrian
That will
Lockett.
tell you the shows and the movies you need to be watching, checking out. And There you go. You following now, Steve?
I just followed you on Twitter too.
I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
Good. But go to imdb.com, look up Adrian Lockett, do the little search deal. See all the credits that are there. And you got a ton of them, man.
I'm working on it, man. Trying to build
You're
it
going
bigger.
to have a bunch more.
Yeah. Appreciate
Bunch
it.
more.
No doubt.
And you look back and say, man, the Chad Prather Show was the catalyst for all of it.
Yeah. I'm like, I got to go back.
This is actually going to be the show that he has to block out and say, oh, gosh.
Yeah, remember that?
Remember what I did on
I
that
know.
show.
Well, every now and then people hit a pinnacle in time, just a point where it's like, boom, just build an altar right there because that was a place that moved me and shook me and shaped me. And it's kind of a burning bush moment.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, burning.
So,
We hope you invite us all as your date to the Oscars.
It's already done. Just remember it. Just go back and get the show and be like, hey, you remember?
Remember?
we'll be those seat fillers, when people go to the
Fine.
bathroom. We
Whatever.
And I
Come,
gotta
party
have-
foul will come in there and Steve will be going, sexy
Adrian
Jesus.
Lockett's body
Steve might
double.
come in with a tux top and just boxes.
Might do it.
One of those
Party foul
t-shirts,
boxers.
t-shirt tuxes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I can see
Check
it.
him out, Adrian Lockett. Thanks for coming in, brother. Thanks for
thanks
giving
for
me the
having me,
workout,
man.
too. I'm going to die later. But hopefully a lot of years later. But I'll always look back at those push-ups. When I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to be like, Adrian Lockett.
It was for a good cause.
Then I expired. For the puppet master, Mark Tate, and of course, Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, who is out there doing real work. Hot News Natalie, Party Foul Steve, Sarah Yee Gonzalez, Dan 22 Kill Lombardo, and of course, Adrian Lockett hanging out.
That's me.
Check him out, follow him, be looking for him on the big screen and the small screen. Either way, if it's got a screen, he's going to be on it.
That's it, baby.
That's it, man. Thanks for hanging out. Remember, go where podcasts are offered, where the audio is offered, like Apple, Google, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Those places that let you rank them, give us a 5-star ranking because that's what we deserve and that's the only thing we'll take. Some jackass the other day gave me a 4-star.
Sorry, I hit the wrong
It
button.
wasn't you. It wasn't you. And you know why they were mad? They were mad because we talked about New Mexico with Jeffrey Epstein's ranch being there. How dare you talk bad about New Mexico? His ranch was in New Mexico. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they give us a 4. I liked most of it. Had to take 1 star off. Like, how do you give somebody 3 stars? Like, I feel nothing about this. So I virtually shouldn't have even voted.
Right.
Just going to give you 3 stars. I could have just stayed
That's
quiet
neutral.
and it wouldn't have affected your rating at all.
Either way.
Like the one guy put the 1 star last week. He's like, I just want to dig my spurs into your side and ride you. And I'm like,
Hello.
that sounds like 5 stars to me.
That's worth 5 stars if they want to do that.
I mean, that's 5 stars in Vegas. I'm telling you what, bring the rodeo to my house, clown. I love it. Dan Lombardo.
It's out, brother.
Good-looking man. Next time I see you, hopefully it's not raining.
Or freezing cold.
Freezing cold. Golly, it was horrible. Horrible. Adrian Lockett, check it out. We're going to get out of here. We love y'all. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Tell your friends. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Peace.